Hey. Hi everyone, I'm Charisse from Swingvy. Thank you for your time for attending our Swingvy first webinar, and we're here to share with you more about how are you able to embrace or cope in this COVID situation, and how can you adopt digitalization for your company itself and for your business. Okay, so just a little background. I have worked in banks before and in other companies, financial institutions like SGX, dealing with businesses. I help SMEs businesses, especially dealing with corporate secretaries, accountants, and payroll agents. So in this entrepreneurship space, should you need any advisory or any consultancy, feel free to reach out to me or reach out to us, and we will help you out from there. Okay, and those who are on Facebook Live, I'm sure that you're able to view over here. Don't forget to like our live video. So let's get started. Right, so today's topic, we are talking about switching manual processes to digital HR to adopt technology. So I'm sure that with the announcements of lockdown in this situation we are facing now, that's why most of us are at home, except for essential services. We are faced with a sudden change, especially for more traditional businesses. When they transit and face with such situations, how are they able to adopt, to keep their operations running, to keep their financials afloat, and yet they are still able to make things work and keep the business going on. Okay, so today we are talking about that. So the agenda for today is what we can learn from COVID-19, which is coronavirus, why digital HR is so important during this remote work environment, or even staggering work arrangement for some essential services out there. So how can digital HR help businesses adapt to changes faster? And what type of support and tools and activities that you can provide to your employees to adjust working remotely, or for staggering or special work arrangement due to your nature of business. At the end of the session, we will take a Q&A as well. Along the way, for those who are on Zoom, feel free to input your questions on Zoom itself. We have our team to assist you and answer your questions. For those who are on Facebook Live, feel free to put in your questions on Slido. So we have a room at Slido for you to input your questions, which is you enter in slido.com or scan the QR code 23217. Just input that and you'll be able to post your live questions there. So keep the questions coming in. At the end of the session, we'll pick a few to answer. And those, if we do not answer, leave your details down below, your email and your contact number, your company's name. We will be in touch with you and we'll guide you through this. All right? So impact of COVID has really been huge on businesses globally. It's not just me, you, but every other business out there. Gradually, weeks after weeks, we have been hearing about new updates, new situation. And I'm sure that your business, both in Singapore and Malaysia, all of you who are here, are being affected as well. Okay. So according to World Economic Forum on 26th of March this year, travel and tourism accounts for 10% of global GDP and 50 million jobs are at risk worldwide. I've heard of stories about friends or associates and networks, some of them losing their jobs and trying to find alternatives, and government has been trying to step in to help. So it's not only travel and tourism, but we call this the domino effect. So what does domino effect means? It means that even global tourism, without people coming in, it affects your travel, your hospitalization, and hospitality. It even affects your retail business, your logistics, your freights, and every other manufacturing businesses out there. These are all affected. So these are domino effects that ultimately the businesses that really gets a huge impact out of it is the small to medium enterprise. So that's where we want to step in to help you. Okay, so according to Amity of PwC US, the Chief Client Officer, she mentioned that we need to accelerate the need for digital capabilities. We need to adopt digitalizations because it proves that many organizations who adopt this are either capable to pivot into a digitalization process and make their operations much better. So this is something that she has said and mentioned. So now we step into how will this massive transformation impact your workplace, your team, and your company, as well as you. So let's talk about HR. Because in a company, what is your asset? What is the most valued asset or costly, I would say? HR, employees. People need to work for you. People are needed in every company. So currently, you can think back, how are you managing your HR processes as of now? Are you doing through Excel? This is a very common question. Just a little fun fact, more than 50% of businesses or SMEs in Singapore and Malaysia are actually adopting Excel. They're still a manual process and have not digitalized this part of their company yet for human resource. Okay, paper submissions, legacy software. So legacy softwares are maybe years ago software that's being installed in one computer. And you always have to use that computer before you can process anything. You're not able to use any other devices. So those are called legacy software. So are you using that? Or are you actually basing on your memories? I do have businesses owners who come and tell me and say, oh, I let my staff remember how many leaves they left and they can just take, and I just trust them. However, there's an issue is I can't really keep track and you often got lost. So there are employees who come and tell me as well. I feel frustrated because I don't know how many leaves I'm left and my boss just leave it up to us. So are these kind of processes what you are taking now? What are the pain points actually faced by SMEs, not only by business owners, but also by their staff and their employees? Excel spreadsheets, too much data along the years sometimes would take loading time very long, and this would hinder us from processing our work and operations. Statutory calculations, what are the correct percentage to calculate for even for CPF, for levies, that is Singapore, for EPF, EIS, SOTSO, for Malaysia, and many more statutories that is required from a company's point of view. So calculations are very important, and that's more than often people feel a little bit more lost. Time consuming, because of so many paperwork, they find themselves not being able to focus on their other work that is being assigned to them. Too much administrative processes, wasting a lot of times, often finding data entries and so many filings of papers. You also have boxes that you need to put all your filings in and warehouse spaces that you need to consider to store all these documents. Filing issues, like we mentioned about warehouse spaces, and even it's a hassle to actually submit your claims. For employees, to submit claims, I must fill out a manual form, I must staple, I must photocopy, I must type in an Excel, then I email and submit. So many steps. But how can we simplify that so it's easy, not only for your HR, not only for bosses, but also your staff, so everyone is happy. So the first thing that we know is cloud. Cloud is actually a technology that helps you to access your data as and when you want it and at any point of time you want. It's called on demand. So according to Amazon Web Services, cloud storage is a cloud computing model that stores data on internet through a cloud computing provider and manages and operates data storage as a service, and it's on demand, which means that no matter how much capacity that you want, it determines how much cost that you pay. So it's the accessibility is there. So what are some examples about cloud? Let's just take, for example, Facebook, Instagram. I'm sure most of you have that. So these are actually cloud softwares that you use out there. Google Drive, Dropbox. These are actually cloud storages. So the functions of them using this basis of cloud, this is what it means, to put it simply. Okay, easy to relate? So why are we saying that using of cloud is good? Because it's mobility, to be able to work at anywhere and at any time, especially now in this situation. If you're at home and with just an announcement from government to say everyone has to go back home now, there's so little time for you to prep, and all your data are in the hardware device that you have. It might not even be a computer, it might be a machine. So how can you actually move and work at anywhere you want so that your business operations can keep running? Okay, so how do you actually choose a right cloud HR solution for your company? Number one, you consider it's the type of functions that you need, depending on the nature of your business. Are you a retail business, tech company, fintech? Are you a manufacturing arm, logistics? Or what kind of businesses you're doing, even in the healthcare industry? So what kind of functions determines what you need? For example, retail may need a little bit more time and attendance. as compared to maybe a fintech or tech company. What's the size of your company as well? How many employees do you have? Determines to the extent of the nitty-gritty stuff that you need in the HR software. Okay, so next is security and PDPA issues. Securities are like cybersecurity. How secure are my data on cloud? So you don't need to worry because for cloud itself, it's cyber secure, dependent on which that you use. So that is your consideration. PDPA means personal data protection. So how secure your information is being stored and not leaked out to public. All right. So next will be accessibility. So as we mentioned earlier, to be able to move around and access to your company's data, to your employees' data at any point you are at securely. All right. So next up, it's user-friendly and easy to understand. So some of the younger generations may think, yes, adopting a software is easy. So it's easy for me to catch on. However, what about businesses that pass on from generations to generations? Years ago, 20, 30, or 50 years. For them to actually embrace a new technology, it's not easy. So how are they able to catch on this easily? It's finding the right one for them. All right. Next is to comply to statutory requirements. For example, MOM requirements, IRAS for Malaysia, EPF, LHDN. What kind of requirements do they require? Next will be mobile app. So is there a mobile app available? Now everyone is traveling around with mobile. I'm sure you can't live without a mobile as well, right? So as and when you go, you hope the information will be readily available. So mobile app is important. And last of all, customer support. I'm sure you have purchased any device or anything online or offline. And customer support is very important because they provide you with guidance, with training, as well as after sales service. So this is important. You don't want to just buy one and later on when you need help, you can't seek help or it costs you money. So these are top considerations you need to consider. Okay, so what is Swingvy? Some of you may have seen our logo around and you have thought Swingvy, Swingvy, Swingy. So we are called Swingvy. So Swingvy is a people's operation platform where we have HRIS, leave, claims, payroll, employee benefits, all integrated cloud-based. So this will help you to access your employees' data as and when and anywhere you are. So you don't have to worry. You can even work, and after COVID, when you travel, you can still continue to run your payrolls or do your HR management. Okay? So Swingvy believes in people matter. People matter means you, your staff, your business, everyone around you. It matters. They matter because they are the ones that drive your business, ultimately growing your size of your company and the revenue. So Swingvy firmly, and we truly want to help SMEs, small to medium enterprise. What size you may think? 2, 3, 5, 20? No, there's no such thing as too small. We're here to step in to help you. We want to help you to grow, help you to streamline your administrative process, and we want to help you to make things simpler, to get things done with the least number of steps, right? So sometimes even knowing what cloud is and knowing all this knowledge, what is still hindering people or business owners from transiting into digitalization? What is stopping you? Maybe unfamiliarity, might be uncertainty. Due to different generations, they might have different thoughts and different exposures. Afraid of changes, or you're not really sure how this works. You're still unsure. You still want to have a look. How does this work? Or are you afraid that it's very difficult to use? You know, I'm not sure what to click, and just this unfamiliarity. Or are you afraid that actually adopting software, would it change my business nature? So this is a common worry, especially on business owners that I've met who are passed on from generations who have more traditional way of running things. They are just worrying about this. Or they are afraid that my company is too small, I don't need it. But don't forget, foundation is important. If you want your company to grow, starting on the right foundation, on a solid rock, is actually very, very vital. So there's no such thing as too small. Calculation of statutory is so important. So we do not face with late submissions or even inaccurate submissions, and we might face with certain fines or certain penalties. You can create better efficiency and productivity. can boost morale to your employees. So boosting morals are very important because that's how you can make your employees stay. So you can lighten the hassle of management and focus on better revenue generating projects, work, and operational drivers. So you have better employee welfare and lower turnover rate because they feel that for them to submit, for example, their leave or claim is so much easier that they feel happier. They do not have to waste a big part of their time just to do such manual processes. And also, with a HR platform, something that you can include in better communication and team work planning. So this is important. Have a central communication call tree so that everyone is well informed of new company updates. So the key to compliance is to embrace automation. Don't be scared by the word automation. It's not changing everything, but it's actually streamlining your entire process to make it much simpler. Okay, so you remain compliant and you can streamline your process. The hardest step to take is actually the first step. So I urge you to actually broaden your mindset, try to embrace, learn more, and take your first step and try it out. So what to do during this COVID season? You can create news announcements company-wide. You can set guidelines and policies for employees to follow and to view. So keep it transparent so everyone is aware. You can set leave and claims for employee to take and be accessible at anywhere. Set your BCP plans. So there are a few companies who ask, what are BCP? It means business continuity plan, to ensure that in any unforeseen circumstances, your business assets are being protected by outline of plans that you have set aside, as well as to continuity of your business operations. So this is BCP. For example, for this COVID or even SARS or even any economic crisis that we face, we will be prepared. Next is to run your payroll at the comfort of your home in accordance to statutory requirements, and also to set relief welfare support for your employees. So this means setting employees' benefit and welfare so that you'll be able to make your employees feel welcome. Okay, so what do you need to prepare? First, you need to prepare your employees' profile, data and information. Next, you need your HR policies relating your leave and claims guideline clearly for them. And thirdly, your payroll history for your tax reporting and CPF file, or for your EIS and EPF. So we need all this data to help you to prepare for tax reporting. So you may ask, what are the functions under Swingvy? So Swingvy, we have HRIS, which is HR Hub. You can announce your news, your company's wide policy and announcements. Your employees' P files, they can access on their own, and you can limit with restrictions, onboarding and offboarding, as well as company's calendar for teamwork planning. You can also apply leave, so there's mobile app available, or even approve leave. So it's good for both the management as well as the employees. You'll be able to get reports, set your own leave policies like your additional birthday leaves, company anniversary leaves, all available. And you can do in bulk upload. Okay, and multi-level approval required, as in allowed. Claims, you can submit claims by employees. Then you can approve and decline. Different claim types you are able to set, and it's integrated with our payroll. Okay, so for Singapore and Malaysia, top questions that you ask for payroll. Are you on IRAS vendor? Yes, Swingvy is on IRAS vendor. We support AIS and IRA8A. We comply to statutory requirements of MOM, IRAS, CPF. CPF and bank files are provided as well. For Malaysia, same thing, we are LHDN vendor. We comply to all the statutory requirements till very, very accurate information. EPF, EIS, PCB, and SOXO. Calculations are accurate. And all these statutory requirements are constantly updated as and when the government has new updates to these. Statutory and bank files are also provided. For payroll also, onboarding and proration is done easily. There's allowance for payroll approval, customized report, claim types and policies, integration with payroll, so the claims are actually integrated in, and you have your multi-level approval. So do we have mobile app? Yes, we do. So we believe in making it more accessible and making more easy to use. So we have a mobile app available for you to download, and we are also enhancing the app that's coming up really soon. So how is Swingvy team managing remote work? So we just share our experience. As you can see, this is a screenshot. This is how we manage work, and we actually do constant meetings. We are able to share with different teams and different squads. We are able to set guidelines and operate from there onwards. And if there's any new updates, we always check back on the central platform. So besides Swingvy, which is HR, we actually do recommend some other tools as well to help you through digitalization. For example, Slack, Asana. So Slack is like a central communication platform for you to segregate to different departments so that you can share your projects and you can cross-share. Asana, you'll be able to set your OKR and guidelines. Google Hangout is something that we use so often. You'll be able to add in up to 250 people in the meeting at one go. Trello, where you can do project timelines, Figma, and Atlassian. So these are some of the softwares that we are currently using that we can also recommend it to you. So in this COVID period, what is Swingvy actually stepping to help besides this? So COVID-19, we have this SME support program where we offer 6 months free, full suite of Swingvy solutions for you to actually adopt and tide through this period. Because as we mentioned, we really believe in helping the SME community and make it simple and easy to use and easy to understand. Common questions that you may ask. So what does it entails in? Full suites includes leave, claims, payroll, employee benefit, HR hub, all in for you. All right. And it's transparent and fair pricing. There's no hidden cost and no additional cost. For us, we go as per employee per month. So there's no administrative costs, membership, training and all. No, all this we will help you for free consultation. And on-demand support is important as well. So we support you training and guidance throughout. So as and when you need, just reach out to us. We'll be willing to help you. There will be prompt customer success team to assist you during working hours as well. And an account manager for your company. So if you have any questions to ask, there's always an account manager to help to facilitate the communication channels. So you don't have to worry. Don't need to think about sizes. We are all there for you, okay, for SME. So we want to help your business by making your work life more enjoyable so that you will be able to manage it easier with digitalization. So that is our purpose, and that's how we want to help you. So now we're here to review some of the questions and answers that we can actually answer them during this session now. And for the rest of the questions, we probably might have to cover that later on. So if there's any questions in Slido, feel free to come in and input these questions in and let us know. So let's just wait a little bit more while you have all the questions being collated.
Hi, Charisse. There is a submission for a question in Zoom, and would like to answer this live for you. So how about employee benefits? Can you share a bit more?
Right. So employee benefits, it's where we want to provide employee welfare towards your staff. So we actually have the very first step into it where we integrate with insurance provider. So for Singapore, it's with Aviva, and for Malaysia, it's AXA and Alliance, which means that you can take instant quotations from this insurance provider, and we provide the billing management platform for you to onboard and offboard. So it's easier for you to manage your all-in-one platform where your employees will be able to view what are they being covered. Especially a common question, are we being covered under COVID period? Yes, so these are things that will help you, and we will help you to actually collate all that in the platform so that you'll be able to better manage whether is it onboarding or offboarding in relation to employee welfare. And definitely we have new things coming up like flex cash claims, where you'll be able to set certain amount for your employees to actually claim for, let's say, gym, dental, or optical. So these are things that are customizable as well. So hope it answered your question. Okay, let's see if we have any questions on Slido. Give us a minute. Okay, so there are questions. So first I will answer Richie's question on which country we are present in. So a background, we are present in Singapore and Malaysia, launching Taiwan soon. our developers are all in Korea, so we take all this in-house. Singapore and Malaysia, now we are localized, so we all have offices and we have staff in. So personally, I'm from Singapore office, and our office is in Suntec. So can you process your payroll anywhere if you use Swingvy? Yes, you can. So you're able to process your payroll at anywhere. Just log into www.swingvy.com and just log in. You'll be able to process. Oh, how you'll be able to upload your data from paper to cloud by Shema. So you find it very troublesome. Yes, I do agree. If let's say you have data on paper and you want to upload it on cloud, we have a template ready for you in Excel where you can just fill it up and just click upload, and you'll be able to populate immediately, and all your staff will be invited to the platform to join. So the information will be populated inside. But should you need help, don't worry, we will step in here to help you. Don't need to think about any additional cost. Like we say, it's free. Okay, we're just here to help your business.
Right. Hi, Charisse.
Yes.
Agnes has a question. If we are a holding company with 2 or 3 subsidiary companies, do we register each company separately or can group into one registration?
Okay, then my question to Agnes is, which company is the one that is running your payroll? So this is something that we need to understand, because we understand that for holding company is basically holding for company structuring purposes. However, the other subsidiaries may have different business operation. You can divide by marketing payroll, or you can divide by different business nature. So are the employees all running their payroll are all run under one company or multiple? If it's multiple, I do recommend one account for each of the company. There's no changes to any pricing because it's by head count, but we can actually create the accounts for you. However, if you run under one company, let's say your pay run, and it depends on your financials as well, then I would recommend to do under that company. Do drop us a note as well, so that we can, or your contact, so we can email to you and we can further help you to analyze and help you to get through this this question that you have. Okay, so you can share with us more details. Okay, so some more questions is that if you have both companies in Malaysia and Singapore, can you use the same platform? Yes, you can use the same platform. However, do note that for one account is one entity, because you run one payroll report, and this payroll report will be submitted to your finance department or to your accountant. So this is for accounting purposes. For example, if you have an entity in Singapore and Malaysia, it's different financials, then you can collate under one group financials, consolidated financial statements. For Swingvy itself, we are in the midst of integrating with Xero. So those who are using Xero accounting software, don't need to worry. It's coming out very soon in this quarter. Okay? So for Gary, if you need more questions also, you can let us know. There's another question. How should you use the HR platform? You're fine with the manual way. Okay, so sometimes manual way creates a lot of human errors, and it's very hard to track. And it's very hard to retrieve the data to do analysis. By using a platform, you can plot all in Excel, and you can create data and percentages for you to analyze your company's data, and you would know how to plan your manpower better. So that's really the benefit of software. It's not just only streamlining, but it helps you to do analysis as well. Yeah, so you can conduct your own analysis, and any information you can put in Excel. So that's not a problem. Is it expensive? No. So for us, we believe in helping the SME community. So there's no additional hidden cost, anything, no. So for, in terms of pricing, are you asking for Singapore or Malaysia? Because we have localized pricing for both, because we understand that in different countries, there's different economy. Okay, so yes, it's not expensive. How secure is our platform? So we are hosted on AWS, which is Amazon Web Service, which a lot of softwares are hosted on as well. It's cyber secured, and we are also having an encryption of bank level encryption level. So you don't have to worry about cyber security. Okay, no minimum headcount. So if you have a two-man show, you want to build this foundation for your company, it's all good. And how long does it take to complete your payroll? So number one I have to ask is how many employees do you have, and how intricate your payroll is. If let's say every month-to-month running payroll is pretty standard, you can complete your entire pay run. If you're talking about maybe 20 employees, you can complete in less than half an hour, or maybe in 15 minutes. Yeah. So how Swingvy can trace irregular work hours of employees? So currently itself, it depends on what kind, how are you doing your time in and time out now. and how you be able to incorporate inside. So for this, I would need you to share a little bit more. Let me just show an example. There is a client that I know, and their working hours dependent on when the clinic is open, because they are running a clinic. So when the clinic is open, month to month is different. So in any software out there, we cannot predict the future of when your clinic is going to be open. Yeah. So you have to share with us a little bit more about your company's operations. So do connect with us, and then we can help you through and analyze, and we can see how we can cater the software for you. So we've taken quite a few questions. Do keep the questions coming in. Leave your contact details, your email, your number, and your own name and your company's name as well, so that we can actually email directly to you. Do check also in case if your email falls into junk or spam folder. Do take a look. Otherwise, we might also reach out to you through WhatsApp. Okay, directly through your number. So do
Hi,
leave.
Charisse. You have a very good question.
Yeah.
What's the difference between Swingvy and its competitors like Telenor and HR Easily? Maybe you can share a bit.
Well, that's a direct question. Okay, so I would say that, for example, the competitors like, I'm sure Telenor, Just Log In, HR Easily, I would say different software provides different functions, okay, and different aspects. For me, I cannot really comment about the nitty-gritty details, but I would say for Swingvy itself, for us, we provide from leave, claims, payroll, employee benefit, the full spectrum with one mobile app that you can collate all in one. And we do not have additional charges, no base fee, no hidden fees at all. For us, it's whatever that you see on the platform. This is what we are charging. So I would say that the value for money is there. Yeah. But if you want to know better, I would say do leave your contact. I can just connect directly with you and explain to you a little bit more. Okay, so keep your questions still coming in. We will end the session soon, and I will reach out to you to answer more questions. And of course, this is not going to be the first webinar. We have a webinar tomorrow, which is also at 2:30, and it's hosting about how can you manage your work after COVID. Because after lockdown, what do? Sometimes people just stay at home every day, and to transit back is very different. So you can just hop on to Eventbrite and register, and we have one more on Friday for Malaysia companies to do on your calculations. Okay, our webinar sessions will be running ongoing, so keep a lookout. You can just go into our LinkedIn profile on Swingvy's LinkedIn profile or Facebook profile, Swingvy profile. Okay, and we'll keep the updates there, so do check it out. You can just like and on your notification. All right, so reach out to us anytime. Free consultation, don't need to worry. We're just here to help you. Okay, so thank you for your time, and I'll see you soon again for the next webinar. Bye.
Swingvy.